So welcome to lesson 4 of this bite-sized guitar for beginner series. And today we're going to talk about note theory. So what I'm trying to do is give you one day where you're doing some experiential practice and give you a break every now and then with some theory or something that we're talking about. Especially in the beginning, your hands, wrists, and your muscles can get tired because you're not used to using them yet. So today we're going to talk about the notes. So in general, how the notes work in music is they go from, let's just start with A through G, back to A. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 7 notes, okay? Then it goes back to A again. They keep repeating themselves. These are the basic notes, okay? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Right? Repeats again, keeps going through it like that. And for right now, we're going to stick with this. Okay, there are more notes. There's sharps and flats, which are notes between these notes that we just talked about, but we'll get more into that in a later lesson. Because today we're going to focus on learning the notes on the 1st string and the 6th string of the guitar. I'm going to put a link to a video in the description below that is a way to, it's a nice simple method, as simple as you can make it, to memorize all the notes on the guitar, which I do recommend at least trying to memorize the top 3 strings because that will be very helpful for playing chords and knowing where your bass notes are. And also when you start to play scales, it'll be help very much to know where those notes are. So today we're going to do the 6th string and the 1st string. And I just want you to try to play this yourself and memorize it, okay? You just put your finger there, all right? When you press on the string with your finger, you're using the tip of your finger where you can see that little mark is from me touching the string. Remember, not like right under your nail, that'll hurt. And it's not flat like this because you'll be touching multiple strings. It's like you're coming straight into the guitar. See my first knuckles bent a little bit, and I'm pressing in. You use your thumb on the back of the neck to press against as well, but press in with your finger so your finger strength builds. The open string, you can play the string open. You're just going to put the tip of the pick on the top of the E string and pick down. Right? That's E. Now, the 1st fret is F. Remember, just so you know, between the notes, there are notes in between these notes we talked about. The only notes there aren't space in between is between E and F and B and C. Between B and C, there is no sharp or flat note, and between E and F, there is no sharp or flat note. Another way to explain this is that I play E, open, 6th string, and then I put my 1st finger on the 1st fret. That's an F note. Right? See, there's nothing between that. I'm playing open, and then 1st finger, 1st fret on the 6th string, and then I slide up to the 3rd fret. That's a G. Slide up 2 more frets. That's an A. The 7th fret is a B. And because there are no notes between B and C, no sharps or flats, which we'll get into later, don't worry about it now, just want you to know where the notes are, I slide up only 1 fret to the 8th fret here, and that's C. Then I slide up 2 more frets to the 10th fret, that's D. And then 2 more frets, that's E on the 12th fret. So the 12th fret E is the same as the open E string, 6th string. So just so you're familiar, everything from the beginning of the guitar all the way up to the 12th fret only repeats after the 12th fret. So there's nothing you need to know past here because you already know it, all right? Everything to the 12th fret, and then it repeats after the 12th fret, all right? The same thing on the 1st string. So the 1st and 3rd and 6th string are exactly the same. So open 1st string is E. The 1st fret is F. The 3rd fret is G. The 5th fret is A. The 7th fret is B. Remember, there's no notes between B and C, so it's just 1 fret. You move up to the 8th fret, C. 2 more frets to the 10th fret is D, and 2 more frets to the 12th fret is E. The same as if you play it open, right? And that's it. So don't go crazy. I just want you to be familiar with the notes. You don't have to memorize everything, but that video is a great resource if you're trying to see the relationship between the notes. We will go through the little tricks and tips that I show you in that video step by step in this series. All right? So play around with that. Just familiarize yourself with the notes, repeating all the way up to the 12th fret on the 1st and 6th strings. You don't have to memorize them completely, but if you do, it'll help you out in the long run. All right? So I'll see you for the next lesson.